Good day. I'm Relen Galliano from Technological Institute of the Philippines, Quezon City. I'm presenting my Architectural Design 9 Final Defense. The Binhi, a proposed development center for street children through nurture architecture in Antipolo City, Rizal, Philippines. One of the social problems in our society is overpopulation. The population of the Philippines as of 2020 is estimated at 109,581,078 at mid-year according to the 2020 Census of Population and Housing. Another social problem of our society is poverty. On a proportion of poor Filipino families whose per capita income is not sufficient to meet their basic food and non-food needs, it was estimated at 23.7% that translate to 26.14 million Filipinos who live below in the poverty threshold. Because of this situation, children who experience poverty can be conscious of how society may affect their future. Because at a very young age, they are involved in what the environment might offer to them. It is totally alarming considering that those children are exposed to illegal work, discrimination, exploitation, and mendicancy. Street children who cannot reach their welfare choose to take risks on the streets and find opportunities in order to live. They will do a job for a living. They become child workers to earn money for themselves in order to survive on the streets without proper nutrition and development. When they experience family problems, hunger, neglect, and domestic violence, they escape from home and live part-time or even full-time on the streets. Stigma and social exclusion and discrimination brought by the community can lead to a feeling of helplessness and hopelessness, which in turn would disempower them to strive for a better life. Why do street children need to be addressed? Because of the progress and development of the community will be measured in the quality of life of its young generation. Designing a development center that will provide them with healthy opportunities for holistic growth through physical, mental, and social well-being. To provide a place that they can call home and prevent them from running back to the streets. It aims to break the barriers of the negative attitude of the community towards street dwellers through the extent of use of architecture by means of the proposed project. The client is a Cribs Foundation Incorporated, which has implemented a program to foster and cater to children that are neglected or abandoned. Antipolo City is one of the biggest cities in Rizal. It is known for its old Catholic churches. Also, Antipolo have many popular tourist destinations, making it very busy and many public areas within the area. Antipolo City is one of the populous city of Rizal, with a total population of 887,399. The city plans for the community has been implemented and continues to acknowledge by the local government units such as Plan of Growth Centers that provides basic and public services and community opportunities for growth within and around its respective areas. According to the Comprehensive Land Use Plan, the city is planning for a new government center will be developed in complete facilities and amenities to support the emerging urbanizations of the area that continues to grow yearly. The chosen site is Barangay de la Paz, Antipolo City, with a total lot area of 13,939 square meters. The site is accessible by public and private transportation and terminal station. It's flexible for minor and major roads of Sumulong Memorial Circle and P. Oliveros Street. It can be accessed by foot and vehicle from Antipolo Cathedral Church. The site can access from Cubao to Quezon City through Marcos Highway. Extends eastward to Quezon Province through Marikina Road and Pasig City, Cainta, and Taytay via Ortigas Avenue extensions. The sites surrounding development are hospital, school, city hall, convenience store, church, park or plaza, and fast food restaurant. The design standards in National Building Code of the Philippines or PD 1096. It has a general classification of use or character of occupancy of a building structure, principal, and zoning classification. The project is under the General Institutional and it is a Group D, Government and Health Services Division D3. It also have a type of building structure, an allowable maximum total gross floor area, type or location of a lot. It also have a building height limit and FLAR designation rights. Minimum required parking slot or parking area and loading space requirements are one off-street on-site car parking slot for every 12 beds and one of RROW or off-street passenger loading space that can accommodate 2 queued jeepney shuttle slots. It also have a maximum allowable PSO, maximum allowable ISA or paved open space, minimum USA unpaved open spaces, and TOSL with firewall and without firewall for institutional building. In the outside and around the buildings, drop curbs, walkways and passageways, handrails, open spaces, signage, parkings are considering in accessibility law. Fire Code of the Philippines or RA 9514, Plumbing Code of the Philippines or RA 1378, National Laws 1987, Constitution, Article 15, Section 3, Presidential Decree Number 603, Child and Youth Welfare Code, DSWD policies or the Department Order Number 13, 2000 of the Guidelines on Street Children Program. And lastly, the Administrative Order Number 13, 2000 of 2005 or the Standards for Community-Based Service Center. Natural ventilation could create an environment where the users feel physically comfortable. The movement of air through the building from planting natural vegetation can divert cool breezes into a building that can bring comfort to the users. Natural light. Good lighting conditions in different environments are needed for the users to see properly and feel comfortable. Natural light or daylight is important to any building design because of environmental effect of calmness. Green spaces. It helps to ensure the promotion of nurturing the users through nature. Planting in green space can act as an effective air cleaner and absorb carbon dioxide while releasing a clean oxygen and fragrance that is healthy for the users. Structural system. We have a reinforcement concrete frame system. The combination of cement, concrete with reinforcement, which is the steel bar. Wood. Wood is a natural resource that is available and economically feasible. It is one of the examples of an environmentally resource that is sustainable product and biodegradable and renewable. Under the utility systems, we have mechanical system, electrical system, plumbing system. Mechanical systems such as fans and air conditioners are necessary to protect oneself from heat-related problems. Electrical systems such as panel lights, linear lights, and downlights will be used. CCTV cameras as well. Plumbing system, which is a wastewater treatment plant, it aims to reduce the contaminated wastewater and make the water safe for discharge back into the environment. Other technical issues, acoustic system that factors such as the correct behavior of sound and good acoustic in a room or area can improve the learning development of a person. Special allied services such as architectural interior services, acoustic design services, security evaluation and planning, structural conceptualization will be considered in the proposed project. Case studies. Utopian campus dedicated to street children, which is located in Ethiopia, Africa. The campus project named Busahu Campus. It is designed that include areas for teaching, professional training, and leisure activities. Various functions include workshop spaces, locker rooms, and staff services surrounded by the landscape, which includes a vegetable garden. The method of design process was to ensure the child's sense of belonging to the spaces offered on the campus. The walls have grids for screen to act as a sunscreen overhanging elements on the roof, and balconies which create further shading to the facade that works as a passive cooling mechanism for the building. The main building is a courtyard type in order to enhance the community gatherings for children to learn and play in a safe and secure environment. The designer achieved the sustainability by providing wood panels for sunscreen grids, innovative ideas using local materials for their project. The right sustainable system was considered by supplying drinking water not only for the users of the campus but for the community as well. The Masagana Daycare Center, which is located in Masagana, Navotas, Philippines. The design concept is based on providing an interesting place within the community. It is making something out of nothing. The environment which gives the children access to diverse experience and offers more discovery and develops their abilities. The Masagana Daycare Center is catered as a home for 150 children. Volunteers and NGO staff are those who are supporting the center. The problem issue of the community regarding the learning facility for children had been given an improvement through design solutions. Lack of space that needed in the center that the project solved easily by proper orientation and innovation for each function to easily adapt by the neighborhood. The center doesn't have enough furniture for the young adult to have training skills, lack space for children's playground, and doesn't have enough space for other activities during the learning system. The designer used the window of the building that mainly located to the south and north to ensure ventilation throughout the building. The function of the bamboo materials provided a shaded waiting area for children and parents who are staying in the play area. Site planning and site programming. Developmental control of 13,939 square meters site of Barangay de la Paz, Antipolo City. As per National Building Code of the Philippines, the allowable maximum building footprint or AMBF of 13,939 square meters site of Barangay de la Paz is 8,363.40 square meters. The total open space within the lot or the TOSL is 5,575.60 square meters, or at least 40% of the total lot area with firewall and 50% without firewall. According to the annual report of the City Social Welfare Development of Office of Antipolo City, street children are highly visible mostly in public places where they are called dwelling areas. Street children, together with their family, spend their time for mendicancy, scavenging, and vending for earning purposes, which is why they can be seen in public spaces where areas can be crowded and busy. The table shows the income from the year 2015, 2018, and 2021. The incomes are not enough to buy basic needs such as food and needed clothes. It is estimated at 7.2%. The poverty incidence among the population of Calabarzon was at 10.2%, which is estimated about 1.7 million poor Filipinos residents in the region. Here is the table that the province of Rizal has 4.3% in the year of 2021, which is higher than the year of 2018 in the poverty incidence percentage. The table shows all the children that are involved in violation of ordinances, including prostitution, mendicancy, and sniffing rugby, and surrender to the local government centers in the year of 2018, 2020, 2021. In the figure number 1, the annual report of children is in needed served by CSWDO or the City Social Welfare Development Office by age of 12 to 15 years old are the largest number that involves in those situations. Other figure shows the males. The males is higher than the females, case which has a percentage of 76 while the females has 37%. In this figure number 3, it shows that the Barangay de La Paz has the highest rate of served by the local government in terms of conducting street mapping for serving children in need. For this table, it shows the conducted street mapping and outreach program of City Social Welfare Development of Antipolo. It has a case category with the year of 2019, 2020, and 2021. In the initial site block diagram, it shows with zones of private, public, and semi-public zone of each spaces. The bubble diagram shows the administration building and healthcare facility. Each spaces are adjacent to each other, and it has a legends of circulation, connection, directly accessible, entry or exit, indirectly accessible. For the bubble diagram, we have educational facility for 5 to 8 years old, and educational facility for 9 to 12 years old and 13 to 17 years old. For the bubble diagram of residential facility, we have 5 to 8 years old, and residential facility for female only from 9 to 12 years old and 13 to 17. Also, we have a residential facility for male only, 9 to 12 years old and 13 to 17 years old. And we have also a bubble diagram for vocational training facility. Next is space adjacency matrix. We have administration building, educational facility, healthcare facility, and residential facility, with a category or a legend of accessible, not accessible, and partially accessible with each spaces. In the building massing, we have healthcare facility, administration building, gallery shop, open space pavilion, residential facility, educational facility, training facility, and recreational area. Initial design translation. Design concept. Nurture architecture. It is about nurturing the users by exploring the process of designing and constructing the building with an ethos of care. It will approach the idea of designing the building with functions that will affect the development of the users, nurturing the children through built environment with a consideration of health and well-being in every child's mind. In order to apply the concept of nurture through architecture, the design must connect to the nature. Encouraging the connection and relationship between children and nature through architecture will stimulate the feeling of comfort, inspiration, and belonging to their environment. Design philosophy. Architecture must respond to local conditions. It is stated that architecture must respond to local conditions. It is the way of using the design with functions that may adapt by the community and the society according to its conditions. The design should relate by the local situations in order to have its own characteristics. Design considerations are ventilation, safety, security, comfort, flexibility, energy efficient, accessibility, and maintenance. In our material concept, we have bricks, concrete blocks, wood, low-E glass, ceramic tile, vinyl, linoleum, and polyvinyl chloride PVC for the roofing. Form concept. It was derived to a hand of a child and adult connecting to each other and overlap their palm together. The form concept adapts the importance of protecting and guiding children, especially those children who are in need, and create a way for them to reach their rights in terms of nourishment in order to develop their rights as a future generation of our society. The facade lines are from the outline of the hands, creating a forms and shape between the outlines. The volumes are shaped to become a massing of the building. The volumes are rotated to create the right orientation. The volumes are hollowed out to create spaces for circulation and connections. And all the buildings are connected via open space in the center. The initial form and massing of the building. That is all. Thank you.